Hey boys and girls, it's Miss Rainey and I am going to be doing some videos for you over the next couple weeks. I know things are really different right now. You might be feeling sadness, you might be feeling anger, you might be feeling anxious or worried. It's really hard. This is something that hasn't happened in 100 years, to where we all have to be stuck inside, and it can be confusing, especially if you're a younger student. You don't really know why. If you're an older student, you might be scared, like what's gonna happen? You might be missing important people in your life. But I want you to know that I miss every single one of you. I miss your hugs, I miss your laughter, I miss your questions, I miss listening to your stories. So even though we are all in our own places, being safe, I'm still here for you. So if there's anything you need, your parents can send me an email, because I can still get my emails. I'm gonna be posting videos for you every week as well. And the book that we're gonna be listening to this week is very important to me, because it is called A Flicker of Hope. Hope is a feeling that something is going to be better. And me being a grown-up, this is still not easy for me. It's really hard to sometimes see the good in situations. And so I hope by listening to this story, you guys will find something positive that you can do while you're home and you're having these negative feelings. Good morning, boys and girls. I hope that you're doing okay this morning. I chose to sit outside because it is beautiful. I love watching the trees bloom over the past couple weeks. In the morning, I love hearing the birds chirping, and I've seen a lot of different kinds of birds. Sometimes I let my cats out here with me, but they get real curious, and one jumped off my balcony one time, so they're inside right now. Today I'm going to read a book to you, and it's called A Flicker of Hope. Hope is a feeling that things can get better. This book is written by Julia Cook. She came to our school 2 years ago. She had that cute little puppy. I adore her. And it's illustrated by Mackenzie Haley. I chose this book today because if you notice, there's a little candle with a dark cloud. And these candles are shining bright. They have a flame, and this candle doesn't. And if you look real closely, his face is very sad. Now, sometimes we feel like we have dark clouds over us, and it feels real heavy, and you might feel sad. And this little candle knows all about that. You might be struggling with being quarantined. You might be struggling with getting your schoolwork done. You might be struggling with getting in trouble at home. You might be struggling because you can't see your friends. I know I'm struggling because I can't see you. I can't reach out and hug you, and that's hard for me. And dealing with hard things is never easy, but I hope that I can give you some things to cope with this hard time. And sometimes all you can see is darkness. You just look around and you see sadness everywhere, but we're gonna notice how hope can help during these times. Have you ever felt like I do? My flame used to be big and strong, but now it's just a flicker. And a flicker means that it's real small. Blasted on Instagram. Am I good enough? Is my mom leaving? I have a D in math. Who are my real friends? I can't believe they're gone. Did I make the team? I have all of these dark clouds hovering over me, but they don't feel like clouds. To me, they feel like mountains. I try hard to push them away, but they keep coming back, and I'm so tired of trying. You know, A brighter flame can lighten up those heavy clouds of yours. Then they'd be easier to push away. You can see them too? No, they're your clouds. Only you can see them, but I can tell your flame isn't very bright right now. How do you know? It's not the how I know that matters, it's the what I know. Looks like you could use a little boost of hope. How did you do that? Since you're standing right underneath the clouds, all you see is dark, and they seem impossible to move. And boys and girls, that's why it's so important when you feel sad to reach out. You can reach out to Miss Rainey through email. I can Zoom you too, or you can reach out to your caregiver at home. When you reach out for help, others can share their gifts with you. Amazing things can happen when we use our gifts. Gifts? What gifts? I don't have any gifts. But we have the gift of painting, the gift of reading with someone, the gift of being with our family and helping other people right now. Your unique light is your priceless gift. No one can light up the world like you can. Well, I can't light up anything around me right now. I just don't have it in me. And you might feel like that right now. You might feel sad or anxious or scared. And you might feel like there's nothing you can give. But boys and girls, you have something very special. You might feel that you can't do anything right. You might feel that you're never going to be good enough. You might feel that what you want to do seems impossible. You might feel bad if someone is laughing at you or calling you names. But you should hear what people say about me. Bad things, awful things. But are they true? Is that really who you are? No, but they might as well be because everyone thinks they are. Oh, and to top it all off, someone who really matters to me isn't here anymore. Maybe someone close to you has passed away. Maybe your mom or dad have a job where they can't be around you right now. Maybe you have a brother or sister that went to college and they're still there. Maybe they're in the military and you can't see them. And you really miss them. Today is just really hard, and I don't see how tomorrow's going to get any better. In fact, it might even be worse. I'm running out of hope. And boys and girls, if you're feeling that way, it's normal. You are not alone. Then let me give you another little boost of hope. Look how beautiful your light is. See, they're zapping. This person is giving the little candle hope. And that's what your caregiver can do. That's what I can do. When your clouds get too dark and too heavy to push away, you reach out and ask, "Can I borrow some light? I'm having a really bad day." Hope builders are everywhere, but only you can see your clouds. So grab some courage and ask for help. And don't worry about being too proud. It's okay to reach out and ask for help. It's okay to feel sad, but you need to find the people around you that can give you hope. It's always okay to admit to yourself, "I just can't do it today." Everyone needs somebody sometimes to help them find their way. But what if they say no? Well, boys and girls, remember when we learned stop, go, tell? And if you ask one adult for help and they say no, what do? That's right, you find someone else. And if they say no, what do? That's right, you find someone else. You keep asking until someone can help you. And you can ask a couple of different ways. Just don't stop asking. You have to find a way to stay lit no matter what. Because if your flame goes out, you might not be able to relight it. And that would be the saddest thing ever. Why? Because you, boys and girls, are needed. You are here for a reason. No one else in the whole world, in all of the history, in all of the future, has a light just like yours. No one laughs the way you do. No one hugs the way you do. No one is like you, and you are unique. Your light is special to you. When a flame goes out before its time, the hearts that are left behind are broken forever. Flames that go dark too early leave many gifts which never get shared. And that's so unfair. You are beautiful, and you have a purpose and a very special gift, even if you don't know what those are yet. But really, how do you know all this stuff? And you might be asking Miss Rainey or your caregiver, how do you know there's good outside of what's going on right now? How can you be for sure? Because sometimes I have had dark clouds over me. Like I said, you're not alone. Sometimes they don't feel like clouds though. To me, they felt like only mountains, and only I could see them. I'm outside, the sun is shining. I can feel a breeze, I can hear the birds. It's gorgeous outside. But when you have these clouds or mountains over you, that's the only thing you could see. Someone can tell you, just be happy. But that's all I can see is the darkness. I try really hard to push them away, but they keep coming back. Sometimes my flame turns into a flicker too, but it's a flicker of hope. Even though it seems like I can't do anything right, and even though I feel like I'm never gonna be good enough, and sometimes who I want to be seems impossible, and even though people say awful things about me that aren't true and people believe them, oh, and someone that really matters to me isn't here anymore, I just tell myself, I'm needed. I remind myself that I matter. I have special gifts that I can share with other people. And boys and girls, I felt like that too. I love hugging you. I love listening to you. I love giving you a smile and a high five. I love telling you, stop flipping the water bottles. I love those things. And sometimes even I feel like I'm not good enough right now. But I have a gift to share with you. I choose to believe the world is better with my light in it. And I know that I need some help. So I ask. And I keep asking, and I keep reaching out to others until I find someone who can share their flame with me and give me strength and just a little boost of hope. Because that's all you need, is just a little. Then, amazing things happen to both of us. So when I see your flame, I knew that I needed to give you just a little boost. And that's what a hope builder does. When you share your light, one little candle can grow into a whole hope building community. You know, a brighter flame can lighten up those heavy clouds for you, then they'd be easy to push them away. And look what little candle's doing. She said, no, those are your clouds, and only you can see them, but I can tell your flame is not very bright right now. How do you know? It's not how I know that matters, it's what I know. Looks like you can use a little boost of hope. So look, the candle that was once sad was able to give this candle a boost. You can do that. Even if you're in kindergarten, you can be a hope builder. And so, boys and girls, what I want you to take away from this is, even though things can be scary right now, you can be angry right now, you can be anxious right now, you can be bored, you can be sad, reach out and ask for help. And you can reach out to others and give them a flicker of hope too. I love you, boys and girls. You are very special to me. I'm thinking about you, I'm missing you, and I'm hoping you're well. If you need me for anything, you can still reach out to my email. I check my email a lot, and I will see you guys next week. Choose to have a great day. Hey, boys and girls, this next part is going to be for your parents or the grown-up that you're staying with right now. So if you want to go and get that grown-up and bring over to your iPad or laptop, go on and do that now. All right, hey parents and caregivers, my name's Miss Rainey and I'm the school counselor at Briarwood. And I just read a story to your child called A Flicker of Hope, because hope is so essential to life and getting through this pandemic and all the new normal that's going on. When children are confronted with challenges of any kind, whether it's challenges to do schoolwork in a new way, or challenges to be stuck at home, or challenges to maybe be away from a parent or parents that are essential workers right now, it creates a struggle with the mental health. And so it's so important to build hope from within their little souls. And so I want to give you some tips to help your child during this time. And the great thing is it can help you too, to just help embrace the strength that your child has and to overcome these situations. There's so many things that your children have overcome in the past couple of years. We feel through the tornado that we experienced when they were little, the walkout that we had a couple years ago that disrupted their schooling, and now this pandemic. They've been faced with so many adverse situations that they did not choose. It just happened. And if we can get them through these situations with grace and hope and teach them resiliency and positive coping skills, they are going to be hope builders in the future. So I just have a couple of things that you can work on with your child. The first one is to encourage focus on the strengths that they have. Whether it's being kind to their sibling in these moments. I have 3 children myself. I know I can be snippy with them, they can be snippy with each other, but reinforcing the positive things they do. Are they able to play Candyland without flipping the board? Are they able to do their chores without having a meltdown? If they're able to help someone in the family. So reinforcing those positive things that they do sends the message that they have something positive to give to others. And it can help them through any challenging time. And those are qualities that other people look for in a friendship, in an employee. And so every day, have them identify something positive that they enjoyed that day or something that they're proud of that they did. Number 2 is to limit their exposure to social media. I know a lot of times social media leads to a constant state of comparison. For me as an adult, I'm going through social media and seeing these parents doing these amazing things, people having everything together. Just to remind your child that on social media, what people put on is just the teasers, the trailers, the excerpts that show a positive life. They're not seeing the behind the scenes of the crying, of the fits, of the struggles. I am guilty of doing that as well. And I really want to work on being more vulnerable. But just remind them that if they're seeing their friends doing incredible things, that it's just a highlight reel. So limit their time on social media and engage in positive activities that keep them active and connected with others and enhances their strength. Number 3 is to reach out for support. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay that your child is feeling angry, sad, depressed, confused, left out. And so it's important that if you as an adult are reaching out, they are looking at that and they're seeing that, you know what? My caregiver, my parent, my support system, they need help too when they're reaching out. So show them that it's okay to reach out to someone that gives them hope, and not to reach out to someone that's going to drag them down. And that's something I've talked with your kids in the past about. I have someone stand in a chair and I stand there and I'm like, okay, lift me up. It's hard for them to lift up someone that's down, someone that's constantly criticizing. It's easier for the criticizer to bring them down. So show them to reach out for help, because hope spreads hope. Number 4 is to put challenges into perspective. Everything seems like a big deal right now. It's all or nothing. You know, if I can't do this the right way, why even bother? It's black and white. You know, I'm stuck inside while, you know, what's going on outside? And when we have those thoughts, that leads to a decrease in our self-confidence, depression, anxiety, anger, all of those negative feelings, which just seem compounded during this time. So have your child ask yourself, is this something that I have control of? And again, this is something your children have heard from me since they were in kindergarten. You can control you. You can control what you're thinking. You can control what you're doing. You can't really control how you feel. You can't control how your body reacts. So if someone comes up and punches you, you're gonna feel pain. You're gonna feel anger. But you get to choose what you think and do about it. You can choose to punch back. Again, we've talked about consequences. Or you can choose to remove yourself from the situation. You know, so finding out what they're in control over. You know, is this anything I have control over? Or is it just a bump in the road that I need to problem solve or find a different way or reach out for help? And a lot of times it's just a bump in the road. And it's something that you as a caregiver can address with the child. A lot of times I've talked to your kiddos, I mean, even the little bitty ones, you guys are big enough and strong enough to come up with some solutions. So ask for their help in coming up with solutions to problems. Is this something they need help with right now, or is it something that you can kind of think about? Because you as the parent, you don't have to have answers right now. You can let them know, you know what, let me think about this and come up with some creative problem solving. And you can also ask your child, is this going to matter a week from now, a year from now, 5 years from now? Is this going to be a big deal when you're a grown up? To help them focus on what's going on right now and not get overwhelmed with 10 years from now. For you as an adult, it's important to keep communication open with your child, listening to them in a non-judgmental manner. Let them tell their story and validate how they feel. You don't need to lecture them right now. You don't need to fix their problems. Remember, giving them that power, that empowerment and guidance is what helps build a strong sense of identity in your child, that they aren't helpless and they can come up with ideas. Number 2 is foster your home environment of being a group of hope builders. Life isn't always easy. We're learning that right now. And sadly, these little bitty kids, they're learning that right now. But having a strong support network is one of the greatest protective factors in life. So life is a gift that we get to have, and we get to give hope to others. And number 3, model being a hope builder. Easier said than done. As an adult, I've broken down, I've cried, I've been angry, I've been snappy. I'm not Mary Poppins all the time, and I'm not smiley all the time, but it's okay to have those bumps in the roads, but continue being a hope builder for their child so they can be a hope builder from others. And I'm here for you. If you need anything, send me an email, and I will see you guys next week. Thank you.